Hey everyone, welcome to the live. I'm happy if you're joining me today, or if you're catching the replay later on. Hello, hello. It is absolutely boiling where I am today, so I'm like just sweating. It's so humid, it's insane. So I apologize for for being sweaty everywhere, but there's just no escaping the heat today at all. So today, anyway, I want to tell you a bit of a story around how I discovered that I was actually ready to start a business and how I actually got past my own fears and my own doubts when I was first discovering online business and discovering everything else. And I'm hoping that it's going to be a useful story for you that you can see how I got to the conclusion that I got to and why, therefore, you can do so too. So when I first got started, I don't know how much of my story that you know already, but I was working in the corporate world. I was working in a bank and didn't know anything about online business at all, like less than nothing. And I was trying to find a way out. I hated my job. I hated my life. I hated the lifestyle, and I wanted more freedom, and all this kind of passive income from the beach kind of stuff really appealed to me. And I read the book The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, which you might have read or have known about. Very, very good book. And that really opened my eyes to the concept of business in general. Previously, I thought business was like, creating Facebook or some massive big corporation, massive big startup that required tech investment and all the rest of it, and VC capital, and it just seemed like it was way bigger than I could achieve, and I didn't know how I was going to fund it or how I was going to fund my life while I was building the business up and all this kind of stuff. So I stayed stuck in my job. And then I read the 4-Hour Workweek, and that just opened my eyes to the fact that you can have a business online which is easier. It doesn't require tons of startup and investment. You can invest in it yourself. It's kind of personal savings levels of investment. And I went through the book and I did all the exercises, and I found a business idea, which in the end was a green smoothie powder, a green smoothie, what's the word? A green smoothie powder, basically, like a dry version of how you could make a green smoothie, so you wouldn't have to use fresh vegetables, you could make it from wherever. But the issue was that when I started actually thinking about this and really getting into like, how am I going to market it? Like, how am I actually going to make money if the smoothie powder is worth, I don't know, like £10 or whatever? How many smoothies am I going to have to sell to actually replace my income? How am I going to market it? How am I going to produce it? How do I get food certifications, all that kind of stuff? And there were just so many questions in my mind that I just completely freaked out. And I actually ordered, so I read the book and I was really excited about this idea, and I went online immediately and I ordered some supplies. I had like spirulina powder and bee pollen and loads of really good stuff that I was going to sort of make the prototype of my smoothie with. But by the time that stuff arrived from Amazon, whatever it was, like 2 days later, all these questions had been sort of spinning in my mind, and I had got so freaked out and so scared that I couldn't bring myself to actually open the package. And that package just sat and looked at me, and I put it in my bedroom, and I just sat there for months and months and months and months and months. And in the meantime, we actually moved house, and so when I was packing up all my stuff, I discovered it kind of at the back of my wardrobe. It was just totally disgusting, and I realized I had all this unopened food that had been in there for literally a year. By that point, it was totally disgusting. And that just really showed me how much I had completely self-sabotaged and completely given up on everything, because I was way too scared to even open the package and even just concoct this smoothie. Like, it wasn't like I was going off and quitting my job or making any big moves. Like, the smallest little thing just seemed too complicated and too scary for me. So fast forward, that was kind of where I was at. I was in my job and I wasn't going anywhere. I wanted this business. I even had an idea, but I was too scared to actually move forward. And I was really into health at that point because I had a lot of health problems, and I was following a lot of people on Instagram and reading a lot of blogs and doing a lot of things. And I found this lady on Instagram who had she had beautiful pictures of food, and she made recipes. She had a blog, but she also had an ebook for sale. And I was like, interesting. So this lady, she was really famous. She had, I don't know, 200,000 Instagram followers or something. I said, I wonder how many of those followers are buying her book. And I started doing the maths, and I was like, this actually could be really quite a lucrative business model. If the book was, I don't know, $10 or $20, and she had 200,000 people, so I had no idea about how to convert and what the conversion rate should be. But I was like, if it's 1% or 10%, it's a lot of people. But the issue with that lady was that she was this ex-model. She was blonde, she was super skinny, she was crazily fit, and she just seemed like, she was a celebrity. She seemed like somebody who could do that sort of stuff, but I was just normal, I couldn't do it. And so I kept following her. I thought it was a great idea. I knew a lot about healthy food from all the research I'd been doing for my own health, but I still didn't do anything with it. And then one day I was scrolling again on Instagram and I was looking at someone else's account, and then I noticed this other girl had the same thing. She had a blog, she had recipes, and she had an ebook as well. And she had, I think, like 20,000 followers or something. So not as big as the other lady, but still pretty big and pretty good. And I was like, looking at her stuff, and I'm like, oh, she looks like a normal person. She's not a celebrity, she's not the next model. And then she posted something about her high school, like she was leaving high school or something like that. Like she was basically in love with a boy, and they were moving schools or something. Like there was, some like teenage love drama going on, and she mentioned that in a comment. I was like, what? She's at school? What is this? And I did some more digging on her and some more research. I found out she was 16. And she was 16, and she had her website, she had her ebook, she was taking payments. There was, a way for you to actually buy her book online. People were buying it, people were leaving reviews, she had all these fans. And I was like, wow, if this 16-year-old can do this, why on earth can I not? How old was I at the time? I was 24, 25 maybe. I had a master's degree, I'd been working in banking for 2 years. I was like, if she can do it, how can I possibly not say that I'm not qualified? She wasn't a professional chef, and she wasn't a published author. She just wrote this cookbook and put it online. She didn't wait for somebody to tell her she could do it. She didn't wait for a publisher to come and discover her or anything. She just got going. And that girl, her name's Yana Katerina, or Ya Katerina is her Instagram, if you want to check her out. She literally opened my eyes to the fact that you don't need permission, you don't need to tick all the boxes or jump through all the hoops. You can just get going now. And it's not going to be completely perfect, and it's going to grow from nothing. But you can get going, you can make it happen for yourself. You don't need to be perfectly qualified, or you don't need to be a celebrity or have this following. She'd started her following from nothing. She was probably like 15 or 14 when she started her following. And that just really opened my eyes to how possible this world is, and how I could just get going myself. And so that weekend, I literally created the Living Rosie Facebook account, the Living Rosie Instagram account. At that point, I was focused on health, and I was posting my little healthy eating recipes and things. And that started growing and growing. I had about 100 friends and family following me at that point. And then that developed into a proper blog. So I got a website up and running, I wrote my ebook, and I was all the time still in my job at this point. And that sort of took off from there. And then down the line, I discovered health coaching. And then as I health coached clients, that then became more business-focused coaching, because that was what they were really interested in. And it just blossomed and blossomed. And here we are, what are we now, 3.5 years later, and I am where I am. So that would never have happened. I would never have got here where I am today had I not just got started with whatever was in front of me, which for me at that time was a little Facebook account, a little Instagram account. Thank you for the likes. I'm glad you're enjoying this. So if you've got questions and things, I'm kind of wrapping up now, so feel free to ask questions if you have. But that was really what I wanted to tell you today, is that if you feel like you're not ready to start a business, you're creating boundaries, you're creating barriers in your head. You're telling yourself, I'm not enough. You're telling yourself, I'm not qualified. You're telling yourself, I'm too normal. You're telling yourself that you aren't good enough to actually get going. And the fact is that you are. There are people who will want to follow you. There are people who will learn from you. Just as I wasn't a professional chef or anything when I started my healthy cooking, I just done a bit of research and I had an interest in health. So whatever your idea is or your interests are, you can create a small platform. You can start growing that platform. Now, there's ways that will make you make money way quicker, and there's ways you can structure it and better business models. I wouldn't necessarily recommend the ebook model, which was something that I discovered down the line, because you need to have a massive following to make any proper money with an ebook. But there's ways to actually start making really quite decent money, and kind of replacing your salary level money within the first few weeks, or not few weeks, few months of starting your business. So that's something that I talk about in detail in the webinar. I put the link in the comments there and in the description of this video. So please feel free to check out that webinar. We go through how anyone can start a business, and even if you don't have a business idea, you can still get started. I show you how you can get started. We go into detail about fear and doubt and how you can just push through all the drama and all the stories that you have about why you're not ready and actually just get going with your business. And then I also walk you through how you can start your business alongside your job, because that's what I did as well. 5 hours a week is all you need. You don't need to be some sort of tech guru or anything. It's super easy apps to use. I walk you through how you can set up your business as well while you're still in your job as a normal person, no coding skills or anything required. So I'd love for you to watch that video and watch that webinar. It's the link is there to register. And hit me up if you've got questions. If you're watching the replay, please do leave a comment. I'll get back to you whenever I'm back online. And I hope this video helped you see that you're ready to start. The only reason you don't feel ready is because you're telling yourself a story about why you're not good enough instead of just accepting that you already are. You can already get going. So I will catch you very, very soon, guys. Bye for now.